Good morning. Go live over on Facebook. Good morning, everybody. It's September 14th, and we're here to listen to Mary Magdalene, talk about a lesson from the Course in Miracles, specifically lesson 257. And you've come to the right place. Today's lesson says, let me remember what my purpose is. And I'm just letting us go live on Facebook. Let me mute that. And then we can begin. Yeah, precious kitty Astro walked in meowing his head off at 6:30 this morning. So I've been up. I took a shower. I've been cleaning. Yesterday was a little more than 40 days from when my father passed away. And I went to the banks to close all of his accounts. And hey, Lorian, it was a very sobering day. It was a day to put things to rest and to let things go. Let's see who's here. Hi, Angelo. Hi, Denise. Hi, Jill. Hi, Jorg. Hi, Kimono. Hey, Renee. Hi, Lorian. Hi, blessings to all of you today. Blessings be to all of us. Okay, so here we are on lesson 257. Definitely in a state of purging. I'm well on the other side. I'd say I'm like 89% recovered from my little time with COVID. Boy, was that a journey. Quite a journey indeed. Anyway, I'm good. I'm well. Let me remember what my purpose is. If I forget my goal, I can be but confused, unsure of what I am. And there's a time to put things to rest. There's a time when we need rest. There's a time for all that. I used to feel this constant pressure, like that I had to get certain things done, or I had to be places, or I had to make certain things happen, or I had to take care of my clients, or take care of my students, or take care of the people that are in the morning platform. And I just don't feel that anymore. It's like I just exhaled, and I don't feel that pressure anymore. It's actually an incredible relief to just know that God has everything, and there's not a thing I can do about it. I'm just playing my part. Life has a very natural cycle of birth and death for those of us that are here in this illusion. And really the biggest thing to do is just to surrender. Don't try and make anything happen. Like, just let it all go. That was my biggest takeaway, biggest lesson from all of it. All right, let me start again. Lesson 257. Let me remember what my purpose is. If I forget my goal, I can be but confused, unsure of what I am, and thus conflicted in my actions. No one can serve contradicting goals and serve them well, nor can they function without deep distress and great depression. Let us therefore be determined to remember what we want today, and what we may unify our thoughts and meaningful actions with, and achieve only what God would have us do this day. Here's the prayer. Father, forgiveness is your chosen means for our salvation. Let us not forget today that we can have no will but yours, and thus our purpose will be yours as well, if we would reach the peace you will for us. The biggest lesson of COVID for me was the forgiveness. Forgiving myself for having it, forgiving myself for contracting it, forgiving myself for all the judgments that everybody gave to me about why I had COVID, and all the judgments that I gave to me about why I had COVID. The truth was, and it's a purely neutral statement, I had COVID. That's all there was to it. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. Nothing. Nothing means anything. And I think that was one of the greatest lessons for me. And the only meaning, like, no kidding, the only meaning that it has is the significance and the meaning that I give to it. And that's usually coming from a place of judgment from my ego. So if I just say, God, what does this mean? All God ever says is it means love. Like, everything is love, which I think is really gorgeous. Okay, Let me bring through Magdalene and have her express her words, her brilliant, beautiful words. Yeah, it's all about neutrality. It is literally all about neutrality. It's really fascinating. Yeah, in a nutshell. There's such freedom in that, you know. Anyway, here's Magdalene. Greetings, beloved ones. The mechanism of forgiveness is to give as before. When one is giving as before, one has come to the recognition that the place where they have found themselves is far afield, far away from the ultimate destination. And the ultimate destination for each being, beloveds, is to live and exist within a unified field of love. For that is how one was created. And there have been parts, like pieces of armor, that have been added. There have been attachments. There have been applications that have been applied that have nothing to do with the very core truth. And the very core truth is that essence of love and that essence of light. So when you begin to place things upon the light, it begins to cast shadows. It begins to create a realm of darkness. And the tool, the mechanism for releasing all of that, beloveds, is forgiveness. Look, I have placed armor around my heart. Let me remove that, forgive myself for that action, lay that piece of armor down. And look, my heart is open to love. My heart is open to receive the love of the Creator. My heart is open to love another so broadly, so widely, so deeply, without judgment. Yes, I forgive myself for having felt that I needed to protect my heart and placed armor upon it. Allow me to open my heart widely, so widely, so that I may have an experience of loving you and of loving myself. This is the mechanism of forgiveness, beloveds. You find another place where you have judged another. I judge another because I think that they are too fat. What is my ideal? What do I think that beauty truly is? Can I not find beauty in all things? Do we judge a tree and say that tree is too fat, that tree is too skinny, that tree is too tall? Oh, look, the leaves have mites. It has blight. It has holes in leaves. It has bumps on the flesh, the bark. Its branches go too tall. Its trunk is too wide. Its roots are too deep. Beloveds, how could you judge a tree? How could you not just take in the breathtaking magnificence of a tree? Can you allow this same truth to be in the beholding of another? Can you look upon them and say, look at their beauty, rather than seeing what it is that you would correct about them? Beloveds, ultimately, can you look upon yourself and say, you are as beautiful as a tree? You are as neutral as a tree. I could not judge a tree for how many leaves or how many branches or how many roots that it has, how many circles that it has, how many rings it has, how many cycles of evolution, how many winters it has withstood. Beloveds, why would you judge yourself thusly? Forgiveness is the key to just be in the presence of love. Forgive all that you judge, beloveds, and look within. Why am I judging this? Why do I say this person is too rich? This person is too pure? This person is too sullied. This person does not have enough wealth. This person's car has dings upon it. Why do you look for what is wrong? This person is too tall. This person is too short. This person speaks in a funny accent. All of these, beloveds, are judgments that you are casting upon yourself in the form of another, in the mirrored reflection of another. So today, beloveds, give yourselves the blessing of forgiveness. I forgive myself for every judgment that I have about every creature that I have ever met through all of my existence. I forgive myself for every being that I have ever killed or wiped from the face of existence. I forgive myself for wanting to destroy aspects of myself. I forgive myself for not being able to see myself in the eyes of every being in front of me. And in that moment, in that mechanism of forgiveness, beloveds, you are returned once again to your holiness, to your divinity. So allow yourselves the pleasure, the divine pleasure of loving one another. Think of the being that you love, that you believe that you love supremely above all others. And allow yourself to feel that love for all beings. More will be given to you by the opening of your hearts, beloved, than by the closing. More will be granted to you through the willingness to say, I was wrong and I am sorry. Please forgive me. Forgiving yourself, beloveds, for all that has ever occurred to you is the truest and the shortest path to the kingdom that is your birthright. As a beloved creation of all that is good and all that is beautiful. So know with me now, beloved ones, that God dwells as you and in you and through you and for you, for your existence, for the existence of all beings. Go with my blessings. Feel my gentle kiss upon your crown and know that you are loved. Know that you are blessed. And forgive yourself for the thought that you have been any other way other than the pure perfection of the light and the love and the breath of God. That is indeed the truth of you. Blessings to you, beloved ones. And I will speak with you again. Mm. Ooh. Thanks, you guys. It's wonderful to have you all here. Hey, Mary Ann. Hey, Jimmy. I love you all. I wish you the most glorious day. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.